1 Peter 5, verse 10 says, "And the God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ, after you have suffered a little while, will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast." Cam Taylor from Abbotsford, BC, is a rebounder, not a recoiler. And I know that a key, and there are so many helpful handles to grab onto out of that pit, Cam, when your life is so dramatically altered. Don't ask why, but what now? You know, Charles Stanley keeps reminding us about the fall he had not long ago, and he lost consciousness, and when he came to, he said, "Father, what are you up to now?" Yeah. He was so confident that God wasn't looking the other way, that God had purpose in the calamity. Yeah. How did you make that turn from why and blaming that driver who didn't look both ways and all the if-onlys that could leave you in a quagmire?
Well, I think I would start that by saying that there is a time for why. And there's a chapter that I've written about on complaining that I believe we need to learn to allow for legitimate complaint. And there's real purpose in asking why, I think, on the front end of trauma. It's normal, it's natural. But what I think it can become whining if we don't get to a point of accepting that I may never understand the why, and then now I need to shift and say, what now? And it's really about, I can't change what's happened to me, but I can change who I'm becoming as I move into the future. And that allows your mind to open up to new possibilities. What now?
So you talk about letting go of regrets and then finding new purpose. And it really involved an others focus.
For sure. And there's a quick story that really cemented this for me. So 4 months after the accident, I've had 3 surgeries. It was September. I was really ready to go back to what I was doing. I was going to be back running by October. This was April, right? So I was ready. I was going to run again. I was going to be working again. Everything was going to be back the way it was. September came and I ended up, my physiotherapist said, "Your leg is expanding. I think you have a problem. Get back to see your doctor." I went, checked myself back in, and sure enough, the infection was like, my leg was full of infection. Had my 4th surgery, got back home. I'm sitting in my recliner. I am like devastated. The why was very strong. And I said, "God, you need to give me a purpose because I'm realizing this is going to be a long journey. I don't know how long this is going to be." And it's like he met me on that recliner and he said, "You can make such a difference and not walk and not drive and not go out to work. You're going to learn to use this recliner with purpose." And I did.
Tell us about your new normal. I know you're a mountain biker, not on that motorcycle anymore, but you and Vicky are very athletic, surprisingly athletic.
Yeah, our new normal is cycling is our new normal. I would say physically, my leg is 2.5 inches shorter, so my running is gone. I can't run anymore, but we've taken up cycling, and I do mountain biking. I've been to Whistler. I've been down the bike park with a friend of mine. It was an amazing day of, wow, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm celebrating what I can do. Instead of focusing on what I lost, I learned to focus on what was left. And my wife and I ride a tandem road bike. Last summer, we did a 600-kilometer ride down into the States and through the beautiful mountains. I say it's half as dangerous as a motorcycle because everybody else is going the same speed, but we're going rather slowly. So we're willing to take that risk.
Well, and you know, you counsel people in this place of change and transition to tell your story. Make a story. God is still writing your story, and you're pouring that out to others, leaders, as an executive coach.
Yeah, for sure.
That wisdom is rippling.
And I thoroughly enjoy coming alongside of people and helping them discover their purpose. My life statement, my life purpose is to be a lighthouse that helps people find their way, find their why, and show them the way. Ooh. And that is something that's what I'm about. That's what this book is about. That's what my coaching's about.
I want us to get a good look at the cover because it's very cool. On the left, at the end of this detour, this unexpected road, can you see the rainbow? Just a beautiful hint of God's promise. Those treasures of darkness need to be mined out. This book is a roadmap, really a manual that will meet you in those deep places of that shattering detour and help you move forward with, well, what C.S. Lewis said, God who shouts in our pain. I have a favorite quote that isn't in your book, and I want to give it to you. This is from Henry Blackaby, another great Canadian. He said, every act of God builds on the past with a view toward the future. There's a rainbow out there. He does not go off on tangents or take meaningless detours. He is building your character and mine in an orderly fashion with a divine purpose in mind. Cam Taylor, thank you for being the poster boy for that truth and for providing not just the manual, but the journal with all those great quotes and a way to process, to write it out. Take the journey with Cam and find what God has yet for you in your future. And if you're struggling to even believe it could be true, remember our prayer lines are available. Prayer makes a difference. Cam, God bless you. And love to Vicki.
Thanks for having me. I've really appreciated this so much.